everyone, this is Maki. How many hidden elements did you discover in the movie Gundam Seed Freedom? I'm also looking forward to the Blu-ray and online streaming releases. Watching the battle scenes in slow motion will be a lot of fun. Now let's analyze the content of the Staff Talk show. I'm going to discuss spoilers from the movie. If you want to watch the movie without prior information, I recommend watching this program after you've seen the movie. Figures related to the movie will be released one by one. The Metal Robot Spirits of Force Impulse Gundam Spec 2 has been released. It seems that you can also recreate the Love Deuterium beacon with Destiny Gundam Spec 2. Pre-orders will start on April 26, 2024 at Premium Bandai. The price will be around $117. Please note that the sales schedule and prices may vary due to shipping times and exchange rates. It seems that it will be shipped in Japan in November. By the way, I have some dangerous news to share with you. Your house is being targeted by the giant beam cannon, Requiem. But don't worry. By subscribing to the channel, you will activate the Yadno Kagami in your house. Use it to reflect the beam. Good luck. Let's talk about Murrue first. In the second half of the story, Murrue and her companions hijacked the battleship Millennium. Alexei Konoe and Albert Heinlein had anticipated their actions. Murrue reunites with her team and launches a counter-offensive against the Foundation Kingdom. At this point, Alexei says to Murrue, "You're better at fighting like a pirate. You're suitable to be the captain." Previously, Mary had boarded the Archangel, broken away from the Earth Alliance, and intervened in the war as an independent unit, unaffiliated with any country. This is portrayed as irregular combat, described with the word pirate. However, in the planning stages, Murrue was supposed to act like a pirate leader. Mitsuhiro Sato said there was an idea that it would be interesting to give Murrue the wheel. Satoshi Shigeta said, "I suggested a scene where debris would fly at her face and leave a scar when she rams the enemy." Mitsuo Fukuda said designer Kimito Shiyamani put a windshield in the command room. Actually, my design did not have a windshield. It seems that Murrue was actually supposed to have a pirate-like role in the second half of the movie. There are some interesting elements. The side of her handling the wheel like a pirate looks very cool. However, Newman was the one driving Millennium in the final battle. Was there a reason for Murrue to steer at some point? Was there a plan for her to get the other crew members to safety and charge the enemy alone? Also, the final battle takes place in space. The part about her face being scarred by debris from running the enemy is troubling. If it were in space, a rupture in her spacesuit could probably be fatal. Was the final battle originally planned to take place on Earth in the planning stages of the movie? It would have been interesting to see a wild version of Murrue. There were still some interesting ideas for Murrue. The staff was very passionate about her appearing as a pirate. There was also a plan to make a costume for Murrue that looked like armor, similar to a mobile suit, complete with a cape. We plan to equip her with a large weapon, similar to an anti-tank rifle. After the battleship Millennium rammed into the Foundation Kingdom's flagship, the idea was born for Murrue to snipe her door. Unfortunately, due to limited production time, this idea was not used. The audience at the event seemed to laugh at this comment. In the movie, Lois Klein goes to the battlefield with Kiro to fight together, showing a strong determination to fight alongside a loved one. It seems that in the planning stages, Murrue was also expected to be powerful. The idea of a beautiful woman wearing clothes that resemble a mobile suit is a tradition in the Gundam series, affectionately known to fans as mobile suit girls. I would have liked to see the development where Murrue snipes and defeats Aurora. In the movie, Aurora's role ends with the explosion of the battleship. Originally, Aurora's death was meant to be more expressive. It might have been similar to the scene in the original Gundam, where Shirazenbro assassinated Hisilia Zombie by sniping. It could have been quite shocking. Many fans were shocked by the scene, where a girl was set on fire by the beam cannon Requiem. If that idea had been used, it could have been even more shocking. Also, the idea of ramming an enemy battleship and then shooting with a rifle is similar to what Mr. Fukuda produced in Cross Range. However, if it had been that spectacular, it might have overshadowed the impressions of Lois, Takali, and Luna Maria. While I would have liked to see Mao in a pirate outfit, there are those who feel that her current exploits are just right. What do you think? The Infinite Justice Gundam Type 2 and Zugok were also discussed. Many fans are probably looking forward to seeing these recreated in plastic models and figures. Mr. Fukuda said when I showed the Zugok to Bandai Spirits, they seemed to have given up on making it into a figure or plastic model. However, Mr. Satoshi Shigeta later mentioned that the situation had changed. Bandai seems to have started designing it using the best of their technical skills. It's unclear whether it will be a plastic model or a figure, but I was shown a photo of a prototype of Justice equipped with Zugok in papercraft form. Mr. Fukuda remarked, "For now, all I can say is that it's because it's an anime, making the fans laugh." It seems that the fans have good reason to be hopeful. Mr. Shigeta's comments surprised the audience. How will Zugok be marketed? Fans in Japan like to come up with different ideas. Those who like to customize models may find it interesting to try their own ideas. Finally, regarding the movie poster, it was revealed that this poster was designed to contrast with the original Gundam Seed poster. In fact, upon closer examination, the appearance of the Strike Gundam and the Aegis Gundam bear a striking resemblance to the designs of the Mighty Strike Freedom and Black Knight Squad cover. It feels like a design imbued with gratitude to the fans who have waited a long time. Thank you for watching until the end. See you in the next episode.